Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about something that comes up a lot, and I've addressed it before, but it just keeps coming up, and it happened again twice this week, which is women worried about building muscles so they don't lift heavy weights because they think like getting stronger and lifting bigger weights is going to make them have huge muscles, and it's just so not true, and I'm going to explain why. Plus, we're going to talk about, we're talk about like genitals and deer and hormones, but it's all going to make sense, all right? So here's the thing, strength for the majority of strength is your nervous system. It's not just big muscles. Here's a really interesting thing. If I just lift this one arm, like only work this one arm, the other arm's gonna get stronger too. How cool is that? It's like, well, how does that happen? It's like a cross education of your nervous system. A lot of strength is one, just training your nervous system, right? To recruit more muscle fibers, more spindles, to move more weight. It's a big nervous system thing. And one thing that we do when we work into the workouts is like if you do like really heavy back squats, like really heavy, and then you go and grab what you think is your heavy kettlebell weight for goblet squats, it just feels light. It's like it just feels lighter. It is lighter to you. You just got stronger. It's like, why? Because you just tricked your nervous system. Okay, so most of strength is neurological, not muscle size, which is why you see Olympic women that are 130 pounds throwing 300 pounds over their head, right? It's insane. It's just really good, efficient with their movements, great technique, plus like their nervous system is just on point, okay? Now, that all being said, there's different body types, okay? So there's like ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph, right? So those are like the three basic body types. So an ectomorph is that person that's usually taller, but they're just really like lanky, lean, and no matter what, they can't put on any weight. Like they can eat anything, do whatever. They don't put on muscle mass or fat, right? And some people are like, oh, they're envious of them, but there's a problem with it. And it happens all the time where it's like, well, not all the time, but I hear it's like, oh, they were so healthy. It doesn't make sense that they had a heart attack. Because someone is thin doesn't mean they're healthy, right? So one of the things I see with the ectomorph type that can get away with eating anything is they do eat anything because they don't put on any weight, but it's still very unhealthy for them, right? So if you're eating all kinds of garbage foods, it's still damaging your arteries. It's still terrible for your health. It's just you're not putting on a whole bunch of weight, all right? And then, move this other way. And then there's the mesomorph, which is, I'm in that category, which is, there's, different levels of it, but like I can put on muscle easy, but I can put on fat really easy. So that's why like I'm really strict with my diet, because if I wasn't, I'd balloon up in a hurry. Like my face turns around and it just comes really quick. And that's where most people are at. They're that mesomorph range. So it's like, you can put on some muscle, but not, more than a ectomorph, and not like crazy muscle, right? You more get stronger. And then you have the endomorph, which is like an NFL lineman, like really big people that would smash me. So strength. So why am I such a big like pusher of strength, and why is it so important? Well, there's so many reasons, right? So increased strength increases function. Increased strength increases mobility. I find a lot of people that can't do certain motions, it's not because they're lax in flexibility or mobility, it's because their body is too weak to allow them to get into those deeper or end range positions. So it's so important for that. Building strength builds bone density and maintains bone density, which is so huge at any part of your life, right? Building strength drastically reduces injury. So if you get an accident or get knocked down or fall or whatever, being stronger is a huge advantage, right? And it's so easy. So I'm about 200 pounds, right? Let's say there's another 200-pound dude who's soft and weak, which there's a lot of those, and we run as fast as we can and smash into each other. He's not getting up, and I'm going to be all right, okay? And that's because of strength, and I know this. I used to play rugby, so it happened all the time, right? You run into someone that's strong and tough, it doesn't feel good. You run into someone weak, they're hurting for certain, and you're doing fine, right? So it's like, okay, so lifting big weights, on top of all that, what's going to happen, it's going to make your workout better. Okay, so because you can get more out of it, but then you're burning, so many people, the goal is, weight loss, fat loss. So when you push your weights and push heavier weights, you burn more because you're working harder, and it boosts your metabolism. So you're actually burning more calories, burning more energy for the 48 hours in between two workouts than if you limit your weights and don't push as hard because you think it's going to give you big muscles. Okay, so important. That's why, like, I'm always stressing it. And then Before I get into the hormones, like today's workout is a great example of I'm trying to get you to have the confidence to lift bigger weights. Another thing with strength is your mind. It's very, very powerful. So even at like the Olympic level, people have a mindset like this is heavy, this is heavy, this is heavy. So they'll intentionally have mislabeled weights. And then after they do it, it's like, hey, you just 20 more pounds than you thought you did. And then it changes that mindset where what once was heavy isn't that heavy anymore because the next thing. So in today's workout, we start with a shoulder press, right? So the goal of the plain possum is just kind of laying down and we keep adding. So shoulder press, strict, right? It's just your shoulders, right? Shoulders, triceps working together, press the weight up. Then we go on to a push press, and we want you to grab bigger weights because you're using your leg momentum with your shoulder, right? So without question, you can use a bigger weight for sure. And here's what's really cool. Going up and coming down are the exact same motion, okay? But coming down, your muscles can handle more weight than going up. So if you use your legs to create momentum to get the way up and then resist it coming down, you're really helping build the strength in your shoulder muscle, all right? And then the next one, we want even more weight for the thruster because you're using full motion to really create momentum to help you that weight up. Plus, in the same amount of time, there's more motion from your legs, so you're gonna do less reps, which means you can handle more weight, right? So it's like, if I can do 20 pounds 40 times, I can do 40 pounds 20 times. Does that make sense? So you're getting less reps, you can handle more weight, and then it's helping you see, like we're trying to show you how you can see you're stronger than you realize. And once you, and the other thing too, it's addicting. Like seeing strength gains grow is really addicting. That's really cool. Now, let's say what does make big muscles? How do you make your muscles grow? You guys out there who want the big muscles, hormones. A hormone called testosterone. All right, so here's a great example. White-tailed deer, bucks. So in October, so right now they got these skinny little necks, right? They're just skinny little necks, right? And then come October, like their necks get huge and their shoulders broaden out and they're like these big, muscular, awesome-looking creatures. Well, why does that happen? Their testosterone shoots up like 300% to get ready for breeding season. So if you have a testosterone boost, it makes your muscles grow, okay? So now, girls, you don't have the testosterone us guys do. And us guys, if you want higher testosterone levels, lift heavy weights. Helps boost testosterone, which boosts a lot of things. Higher testosterone makes things happen that your ladies will appreciate for sure. And it's just such a good thing. So if you want to build muscles, the key is hormones. So ladies, unless you're taking testosterone, you're not going to get big, bulky muscles. And if you were taking testosterone, this is kind of crazy. It's interesting to me. It's just, to each their own. But I've been in this game a long time. And I've had friends that were like high-level, fitness-level competitors, go to Vegas, do all the big shows. Yeah. But so the women who are on steroids, it's testosterone. It's like a man. So what happens? Their Adam's apple grows, their voice deepens. It's really crazy. Like their clitoris will literally be so long it hangs down and you can see it from the back. No joke. Like that's how you build big muscles is hormones. All right. So guys, if you want to, maximize testosterone, you want to put on more size, couple things. You want to try and if you pick a weight, it's like the 8 to 12, 8 to 14 rep range is the hypertrophy muscle growing range, right? What that means is if you pick a weight where you can do more than 15 reps, that's too light. If you get to 12 and that's your max, that's how you really build muscle. So that's just something about. So it's so interesting how so many guys want bigger muscles and so many women who can put on muscles easy don't want muscles. And if you have straight hair, you want curly, you want blonde hair, you have blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes, right? Another thing too is to just really think about what your body can do. I wish we would take more pride in what we can do as opposed to how it looks. So when you can do push-up, when you can swing 100 pounds and when you can squat 250, it's just so cool what your body can do, right? And when you can do that stuff, it just benefits everything in life. It's like a great example is car accidents. I was in the chiro world forever. One of the risk factors for serious injury for car accidents is being a female and age. Why? Because you're weaker. And when you're weaker, your body doesn't protect your ligaments and tendons and bones and everything as much as if you're stronger, right? And I've been in 2 serious car accidents, unfortunately. Luckily, I came out just dinged up, but it's man, if I wasn't strong, you have more serious injuries. And it's not, it's for sure, right? Because it's in the literature and it's part of the risk of, serious injury. So hopefully, my whole goal with this is, and I'm going to say this and just freaking play it like every other week, I swear, is women, man, take pride in strength. It's not going to give you big, huge muscles. And if your muscles do start showing up a little more and whatever, it's freaking sexy, right? It's cool. It's something to be proud of. And today, when the trainer says, go grab 5 more pounds, go grab 5 more pounds, do it. It's not like we're trying to be mean or whatever. It's to help you see how much stronger you are.